Caitlin Clark has taken the basketball world by storm. A name that was once known only in Iowa is now recognized by fans everywhere. Her incredible talent, sharp shooting, and record-breaking performances have made her one of the most talked-about athletes in sports today. But how did she get here? How did a girl from West Des Moines, Iowa, become one of the greatest players in women's basketball history? This is the story of a player who has changed the game forever. Born on January 22, 2002, Caitlin Clark grew up in a sports-loving family. Her father played basketball and baseball, and from an early age, it was clear she had a competitive spirit. Unlike most kids, she wasn't satisfied playing against her peers. At just 5 years old, she was already competing in boys' recreational leagues. The challenge fueled her, pushing her to sharpen her skills. Basketball wasn't just a hobby, it was her passion. And as she grew, so did her dominance on the court. By the time she reached high school at Dowling Catholic, she was already a force to be reckoned with. Her scoring ability was off the charts, and her court vision was unmatched. During her junior year, she dropped an insane 60 points in a single game. Defenders couldn't stop her, and fans couldn't believe what they were witnessing. By the time she graduated in 2020, she had racked up 2,547 career points, earned the title of Miss Iowa Basketball, and was ranked as one of the top recruits in the country. Her performances didn't just impress scouts, she was already making headlines on a national level. With offers from top programs across the country, Clark had the chance to play anywhere. But instead of heading to a traditional powerhouse, she made a decision that shocked many. She chose to stay home and play for the Iowa Hawkeyes. From the moment she stepped on the court, it was clear that this was no ordinary freshman. Averaging 26.6 points per game in her first season, she led the entire NCAA in scoring. She wasn't just playing at a high level, she was dominating. And this was only the beginning. In her sophomore year, she did something no player, man or woman, had ever done before. She led the nation in both points and assists. The combination of her deep three-pointers, no-look passes, and fearless attitude made her a nightmare for opponents. Then came her junior year, when she led Iowa to its first-ever national championship game appearance. The hype around her reached new heights, and viewership numbers shattered records. The championship game drew nearly 10 million viewers, the most in women's college basketball history. It was clear, Caitlin Clark wasn't just playing basketball. She was changing it. Her senior season cemented her legacy. She became the all-time leading scorer in NCAA Division I history, surpassing even the legendary Pistol Pete Maravich. Her games became must-watch events, selling out arenas and drawing millions of viewers. Fans lined up for hours just to get a glimpse of her magic. She wasn't just an athlete, she was a phenomenon. After rewriting the college basketball record books, Clark took the next step, declaring for the 2024 WNBA draft. No one was surprised when she was selected first, overall by the Indiana Fever. The moment she stepped into the league, she made her presence known. Her rookie season was one for the history books. She won WNBA Rookie of the Year, earned a spot in the All-Star Game, and set records for assists and scoring. But beyond her stats, her impact was felt across the league. Attendance skyrocketed. Viewership numbers soared. The WNBA had never seen anything like the Caitlin Clark effect. Her influence stretched beyond basketball. She became a household name, inspiring young athletes everywhere. She made people believe in women's sports in a way that hadn't been seen before. Even NBA stars couldn't stop talking about her game. Her ability to shoot from anywhere on the court drew comparisons to Stephen Curry, and her competitiveness reminded many of legends like Kobe Bryant. She wasn't just making a name for herself, she was changing the way people viewed women's basketball. Despite all the fame, Clark remained grounded. Off the court, she stayed close to her family, pursued her degree in marketing, and even found time to play golf. She carried herself with humility, always acknowledging the support that got her to where she was. Fans loved her not just for her game, but for who she was as a person. Caitlin Clark's journey is far from over, but her impact is already undeniable. She has redefined what's possible in women's basketball and brought unprecedented attention to the sport. The records, the championships, the jaw-dropping performances, they all tell the story of a once-in-a-generation player. But more than that, she has inspired millions, proving that with talent, hard work, and determination, anything is possible. The future of basketball is brighter than ever, and Caitlin Clark is leading the way.